The secret history of how Sunday became a religious law. You worship on Sunday. But do you know why? Are you following God's law or a Roman decree? The truth has been buried for centuries. Until now. This is the secret history of how Sunday, not God's Sabbath, became the law of the church, a change God never made. Let's make something clear from the start. God never changed the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday. In all 66 books of the Bible, you will not find one verse that says the seventh-day Sabbath was abolished, altered, or replaced. Malachi chapter 3:6. I am the Lord, I change not. Isaiah 58:13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day. So then, how did Sunday take over? The answer is not in Scripture, it's in history, and it's more political than you think. Enter Constantine, the emperor who changed the church. In the early 4th century, Roman Emperor Constantine the Great claimed to convert to Christianity. But his heart was still loyal to the sun god, Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun. And in 321 AD, he issued a decree that would forever twist Christianity. On the venerable day of the sun, let the magistrates and people residing in cities rest. Constantine's Sunday Law, March 7, 321 AD. This was not a Christian law, it was a pagan law. But the Roman Church embraced it, fusing sun worship with Christianity and elevating Sunday above the biblical Sabbath. Canon law replaces God's law. Fast forward to 364 AD, the Council of Laodicea. In Canon 29 they passed this shocking statement. Christians must not Judaize by resting on the Sabbath, but must work on that day, rather honoring the Lord's day, and if they can, rest then as Christians. Translation: if you rest on the Sabbath, you are cursed. But if you honor Sunday, you're blessed. This is man's law, not God's. And from that moment on, the Roman Church enforced Sunday worship as religious law. The Sabbath of the Lord was criminalized. And Sunday, the day of the sun god, became the law of the land. The Church admits it openly. Don't take our word for it. Listen to the Church itself. The Church transferred the obligation from the 7th day to the 1st. The Convert's Catechism of Catholic Doctrine. Of course, the Catholic Church claims that the change was her act, and the act is a mark of her ecclesiastical authority in religious things. Catholic Record, September 1, 1923. Let that sink in. The change of Sabbath to Sunday is a mark, an open admission of power above Scripture. Now ask yourself, who gave any man or institution the authority to alter God's 10 commandments? Answer: no one. Yet the world obeys this false law, while ignoring the one God wrote with his own finger in stone, the final challenge. To every pastor, priest, imam, rabbi, scholar, and skeptic, prove from Scripture that God changed the Sabbath. Find the verse where Jesus declared Sunday holy. Find the command where the apostles honored Sunday as a sacred law. You won't, because it's not there. The Lord's Sabbath was made at creation, blessed in Eden, written in stone at Sinai, and kept by Jesus himself. It will be kept in the new earth. Isaiah 66:23. And it shall come to pass that from one Sabbath to another shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. The Sabbath has not changed. The world has. Closing warning. If you worship on Sunday because it's popular, convenient, or traditional, you're following man's law, not God's law. And Revelation 14:12 warns, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Will you follow the faith of Jesus, who kept the Sabbath? Or the tradition of Rome, who changed it? The choice is yours, but one leads to life and the other to judgment.